No experts, no insiders, just fans.
Transmission from Smackdown Wrestling Podcast begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin broadcast.
I feel like the executive producer has set me up. But this is episode number 300 of the longest-running weekly, overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast. I am your host, Adam Baum, the Jew that leads the crew. And I am excited. Tonight's kind of quick take. Lazy booking for the women. Men had a great go-home show. Joining me, I got the so-called shit in the middle. Wearing a new shirt, it's Kevin.
Put my mic on, God.
And now for the most opinionated
I just
man
want
in the
you
world.
to remember that I have the power to end
too
you.
much. He thinks women's suffrage is applied by the Chinese.
Yeah, why are you taking the board sometimes? Now they're going to think I'm saying dumb things because you're talking. What do you got,
Either you
Medina?
agree with him or you're wrong.
Sparta!
Oh, it's true.
300.
Damn true.
I got your reference right here. I also got the mic pop, so did all our fans.
Hey, chalk it up.
There's one.
Speaking of mics,
So,
whoa, the headset.
on the board.
Right?
On the board.
Wait, hold on. So you're like the coach, and I'm the offensive coordinator, and he's the defensive coordinator with two headsets?
Kind of like Bill
Check these out.
I don't know that you could coordinate anything.
I'm like Belichick.
On the board, Bang Bus GM is here. Of course.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
Teddy's joining us for 300. Christopher Stykeleather is also here. Let's see, Juan has joined us. And comment from Teddy. He says, haha, Wade, good way to start off 300. Adam screwed up. No, and I have two witnesses in this room. And Brody Rob was on the board earlier, and Leo's joining us now. But I was told that after the video intro to let it play, was I not? There was a sticky note. It's still here.
Yes, there's a cyber sticky note on the screen.
It says, do not start talking after intro video. Something else will start up on the next slide.
I mean, are you surprised it's Rob?
Well, it's
No.
we're the A show.
Normally Adam messes up. This time he didn't do anything wrong.
I think it's just Rob's excuse because he always wants to come in here
You ever see the magazine?
barge in on our show.
He really didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, so now Rob is saying I talked over the intro. We couldn't hear anything. We thought it was dead air.
This is true.
So I talked over it. Great.
Good job, Adam.
Thanks, Rob.
You didn't tell us how long it was going to play.
And you didn't tell me
You
that
didn't say how long it was
or that
to be
I could
quiet.
hear it.
I mean, we're trying to have a show here, and he's like, all right, don't say anything in the beginning.
And Teddy the stoner is calling me out saying the intro is still playing, idiot.
What?
Jeez. This is for those of you who are just joining us.
Already with the recap.
Intro's been playing the whole time.
And Rob's telling me, this is what I do on the show.
Rob's like, shut the fuck up, you guys. Let it shit play.
Cashmere's here.
Another result of Rob's overproducing.
Well, I got really excited. I got this sticky note that says, happy 300. Rob put some work into it, and we couldn't hear anything.
You know what that means? That shit's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it has to be because, it's 4 minutes long. It has to. So he put a lot of work into it, and I just screwed it up. And Justin now is joining us on Twitch to call me out as well. Fuck me. Sorry, guys.
I'll take one too.
We all sat here like dicks staring at each other, like we fucking missed our cue.
I figured the intro was like 10 seconds long, maybe. 15 at the most.
And it was black on the video side of what I saw. So Rob
should have known better.
I'm sure it was awesome. If you want to, since you're listening,
edit it out.
Come
later.
down and show me how to play that again. We can play that later in the show. High Off Gas is joining us as well. And Leonidas is apparently going to chest kick us because that's what Leo said.
I agree with Juan. Blame it on Corbin, a.k.a. Rob, because he's clearly the Corbin of this group.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
What you need to make a good Smackdown is your 3 key ingredients.
You know, before we get into the ingredients, I'm pretty upset about this, guys. I wanted to hear whatever Rob made.
Why is it that we couldn't, is the question.
I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to get blamed. Blame the Jew. That's the way this show works. But
as long as they can hear us.
Did
they hear it?
Teddy's calling you out on the board, Medine.
What did I do?
He says you pulled a Kevin in an AKA a no-show last week.
I got a like.
Funny guy. Shit. The ghost in the machine is taking over. So we're just going to go to the topics. I think Rob is remotely trying to fix my dumbass mistake. 3 key ingredients tonight. The ref can't win. House arrest. 5 feet. And our predictions. Let's get it started with number 1. The ref can't win. I got to say, I thought this was very well booked. You don't have New Day on the show because fans are hoping that you're going to find out which member. So you tease them gone, and they'll come back here in the end in a second. But Miz inserts himself in as the referee with Paige's approval for Joe and Rusev. You save Joe's credibility because the ref is against him so he can lose. You put Rusev over, but ultimately you have Miz standing tall, who, by the way, up until tonight has had a series of losses, Kevin, taking pins to New Day and just getting beat up lately.
I agree with you that the booking was good, especially the end. I loved it.
It was a perfect story builder for a go-home show.
The only thing I don't like, and I sort of mentioned this as we were watching it, is it seems like thank you, finally. It seems like 1 week.
I forgot you can't talk. You're so used to having something in your mouth.
I just have a very deep voice like Jinder. Something you don't understand.
And you cut promos like him.
Touche. Anyway, why is Rusev...
Back to that Jinder promo.
Why is Rusev a face this week, and he's a heel last week, and Lana is the same way?
No, that's a Rawsome... I thought that was just a Rawsome Bryan thing, not understanding heel and face.
You sound like Bryan now.
Yeah. Are you for real?
Aren't those Mark words? Good guy, bad guy? You want me to say that?
No. You're really unsure?
What is he, honestly?
He's clearly face.
He's face with a lot of fans until they want to book him as a heel.
I don't think, with the exception of Daniel Bryan in his qualifying match, which that wasn't a real feud. You can do one-offs, face, and heel all the time. With exception of that, he's been booked as the face in just about all of his contests. Wouldn't you agree, Medine?
Not at all.
Yeah, the crowd reaction tells you that he's a face, but sometimes his actions in the ring
so he wrestles. So he wrestles as a heel.
Sometimes,
always,
like tonight.
Most of the time.
So Kevin, what you're saying, like tonight, he took the cheap win because he knew Miz was going to screw Joe. Instead of the normal face,
but that just shows you
accept that kind of win.
That just shows you that, again, the way they're handling his character is just all these crazy directions. Last week, he was with Miz and Joe, and they were the heel team, the bad guy team. If you don't want to use Mark terms.
Kashmir says, I was hoping that did more as the referee. I was looking for him to mess with Joe and Rusev a lot. He didn't need to, and Teddy just says Kevin has Ginger's balls in his mouth. That's why he can't talk. Medine, what do you got on this?
I've got courtesy of WWE Stats and Info. These are the results of matches reffed by The Miz. He has reffed 4 matches. Crystal won a battle royal on SmackDown in 2006.
Crystal?
Crystal. Don't know who that is.
Is that I'm not even sure if that's male or female, but
Ra-
go on.
Randy Orton defeated Cesaro on
Randy
Raw
Orton.
in 2013. Also in 2013, Fandango defeated Wade Barrett on Raw. And then finally, this year, Rusev defeated Samoa Joe on SmackDown. That happened today.
Justin wants me to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, the lover of Jinder Mahal, Kevin, the Millennial Falcon.
I like it. That was good.
Yeah, I got great inflection.
I really liked it.
Too bad you're not worth that intro.
I have to ask one more question, right?
Sure. Then we get to move on.
Do you have to? Really?
Do we have to answer it?
Right.
You do.
Anaconda Vice is here.
So Joe loses tonight, right? Good loss doesn't really hurt his momentum or anything heading in.
No, it's a screw job loss.
But is he becoming the new Baron Corbin?
No.
Again with this?
I think he is. I really think he is.
No.
He's a lone wolf.
No. Here's the thing. AJ and Daniel Bryan are hanging out there as face on SmackDown. Joe is vastly different from the other two top heels, Miz and Knock.
Right.
Those
He's
three
lone
characters are very no, that's not what.
Except
because
he can
the
cut
guy
a promo
doesn't
and he
have
can
a
wrestle.
fucking faction, he's suddenly Baron Corbin lone wolf. No, Kevin, that's horrible. That's a horrible comparison. You should be ashamed.
Let's see where Joe goes.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Number 2.
Number 2, house arrest. We were talking about this tonight while we watched yet another AJ Styles promo. It was good to see Jerry the King Lawler, even though it looked like he stumbled for a second on forgetting the name of the pay-per-view. But I honestly think
he had to look at the briefcase.
I think maybe he thought he was waiting for his applause or something. They applauded when
Hometown
you
crowd.
first came out, King. That's when you got your moment of shine. But we see another AJ Styles promo. And before we get to the match between Jeff and Knock, which is another good match,
Oh, really good.
AJ has not wrestled in a while. It's all these promos, and there was that one attack outside. Is he nursing something? Is he just getting some rest? Medine, you're our dirt sheet guy, Mud Report. Have we heard anything about AJ? I mean, I remember there was something about Jeff, but I think that was a work because of the DUI shit. But I haven't heard anything about AJ, but we just thought of this tonight. He has not wrestled in weeks.
And that's a problem because
It's not. I'm just curious. Is he nursing something? Because normally they would alternate, and it's Knock fighting people.
leg injuries are, they're difficult to gauge. And he's been nursing that one that he had, from a couple months back. The match that he had with Knock, it was pretty intense. Remember that chair shot he took, the ricochet? I think right now you're just giving him some rest. This is going to be a big match.
Now
on
that you
Sunday.
bring up the chair shot ricochet, I wonder if he is under concussion protocol.
It could be.
Because he comes out and does his moves, Kevin. Everything else, it doesn't look like he's hampered. I mean, Jerry Lawler looked like he was injured walking up to the ramp.
But it does make you wonder. I mean, because it's kind of, how many weeks has it been? 5 or 6?
Not that many.
Hey, Bang Bus GM is going to save us with some rationale here. He says he's probably working the dark match after the show. That is probably true.
Yeah.
So let's see what else.
So were like 3 or 4 other guys.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, it might just be a one-on-one.
So let's get to the match. Hardy and Knock. Early on, Knock was playing just the stupid shit that Knock does in the ring. He just had his head up against Hardy's chest in the corner, wasn't even trying to attack him, and Hardy was fucking confused. But other than the normal Knock storytelling, which I'm not against it, they had a good match for a first match. It didn't look as rusty as some of the other first matches.
Daniel Bryan, Shelton Benjamin.
Which we'll get to on the next topic, but that's exactly my point. Or even some of the other new ones we've seen, Daniel Bryan versus Jeff Hardy. It had some really good spots, but it had some bad exchanges. Knock and Hardy did well.
Yeah,
very, very well.
Their spots looked great, and there was a lot of flow.
And Jeff had a false finish where he got his foot on the rope, and then he basically would have won, or it was set up for him to win, if Knock hadn't gotten DQ'd for the nut shot. Which, Medine, you got to see the nut shot coming. It's good, though, because Jeff Hardy didn't lose. He didn't get pinned clean.
This is a classic where you don't see very often two people with the same body type. You know, that long, gangly kind of demeanor.
They're almost the same.
It's rare that you see that type of body go up against the same with that frame. We're used to seeing the big guys.
And I liked Nakamura working the back on a few moves, and then Jeff hitting the Swanton bomb, hurting his back, not pinning. Storytelling in the match was great, and the finish.
And Stike says you could clearly tell Jeff still hasn't recovered from the leg injury. I think that's a work. I thought the whole DUI
he was selling
stuff
it a bit too much for it to be real.
Yeah, I mean, because there were times that it was not bothering him, and then there's times where, I think it was just part of the match. It's a spot for the heel knock to attack.
I really hope this is a feud that I see again this year at some point.
Well, and that's what I feel right now SmackDown is doing with all these little one-offs is they're
testing the waters.
Right. So that after SummerSlam, they can run with somebody like this. And maybe even build these little nuggets here and there. Like if Jeff and Knock fight in September, he goes, you never beat me. He goes, you gave me a nut shot because you were a coward, or something like that.
Right. He'd probably say it just like that because he has no personality.
Okay, how would Jinder say it?
Last time you did not beat me because you hit me.
Number 3.
So much better.
It's way better.
Once again, we see Knock Nut Shot Mountain. That's from
but
Justin.
It was a great nut shot, and it really sold him as a heel. And his whole antics at the beginning, doing his usual shtick, it's way better now that he's a heel, and it works. Or it would work if Jeff had a personality, but he can't react because he's Randy Orton, number 2.
That should happen.
It was a good
Number
finish.
3.
Number 3, 5 feet. Okay. I know the whole angle with Big Cass is that Daniel Bryan is short. But he basically put him at waist height with it just looks so weird, Kevin. Him doing the roller coaster thing and it was so I don't even know I don't know where to start. It was such garbage. I want to start with the Big Cass before we get to the Shelton and Daniel Bryan thing.
Right.
But that promo.
It's the same thing. I mean, he's doing exactly what Carmella does, which is they say the same thing every week. They're not
Are they
selling.
secretly still banging? Medin's nodding yes because he forgets it's a radio show.
She's not with Cena anymore?
I didn't think it was worth meriting comment. I just thought a nod was
It's a
fine.
radio show. You can do whatever you want.
I know,
but not be silent.
not be
He
silent.
did a bit better this week because he had a prop to work with. But it's just like, if he's a big guy, I want to see him be dangerous and beat the shit out of people.
No, Stike Leather hit it on the head. Big Cass promo is just pure cringe. It's horrible. What he was saying, I think I could name you 25 to 30 wrestlers that I could give the exact same promo to, and it will be better. The reason why is they will tell a story, and they will at times raise their voice and all over the place, and use some vocal inflection, even use some pauses to allow the audience to react, and maybe even some facial expressions. He said every word almost the same. A rhythmless variation of iambic pentameter, same tone.
What are you, Shakespeare now?
His fucking voice or face pretty much did the same fucking thing for every point he made.
What points did he make? That he's taller than Daniel Bryan, and that's all he's given to work with.
He was talking about 25,000 and for an appearance for a roller coaster and fake smiling. It was terrible. It was terrible. Stike Leather says I would pick James Ellsworth promo over Big Cass Medine.
Who?
Ellsworth. Stike Leather says he would pick Ellsworth, and Justin says he would pick a dumpster fire over it. Oh, no, he's describing it as a dumpster
I was gonna
fire.
say, but dumpster fire depends on what's in it. It might send some flying projectile flaming somewhere.
Yeah.
That might be fun to watch.
You must be one of those people who like the Star Wars prequels.
Oh, here
and
you
don't
go.
just blame it on bad acting. This is.
Can you just enjoy? Can you just enjoy the movie?
I'm not going to get into a Star Wars
right.
debate with you
I'm
right
just
now.
saying.
No. Can you just enjoy the movie?
I'm just saying.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
bad screenplay, and he is given bad writing. It doesn't matter who delivers it. Even The Rock.
Okay.
Well, no, not The Rock.
No, Rob swayed me on this. Okay, and this is this. I'm actually gonna steal his fucking point because he's the one who made it to me first, and he got me to change. I was trying to defend Sami Zayn in this whole Bobby Lashley bullshit, and saying, Sami. First week, I was like, man, this promo and this angle is fucking shit. But man, he's giving it all that he can. He's really trying to do his best. And Rob was like, fuck no, 1,000 people could do it better. And I'm like, really? And Rob brought up The Rock at first. And I'm like, Rock could fucking turn a wet fart into a hot promo. So that doesn't count. But then as he continued to build his case, week after week after week, and tonight I agreed with him in the end. It's Sami Zayn is just as much his fault as creative in that sense, because he could try to make it better, or he could, something. I don't know. He doesn't have to do what he's doing. I feel the same way here. It's the exact same thing every single week, and this week I really listened to what he had to say, because I listened to it with those ears that I'm talking about Rob putting on me to see, could somebody else get over with this promo? I think a lot of people could.
I don't at all.
Word for word if somebody else said it.
I just think there's nothing interesting about what he's saying. It doesn't matter if he inflects his voice.
I thought Daniel Bryan had a pretty solid promo. His voice projection and look was 10 times more believable than anything Cass said. I'm reading it a second time because that says it best. It does. That sums the whole fucking thing up. Now, let's talk about the match. Okay, Shelton Benjamin looked good at a lot of times, but you could tell some of their exchanges for two guys who are quite honestly phenomenal, even if Shelton's a little past his prime. Phenomenal wrestlers. They can do a lot of different spots. Medine, you remember old Shelton being able to jump off the ring. Yeah.
Young Shelton?
Yeah, old young Shelton.
Because this is old Shelton.
You know what I meant.
No, seriously, this is old Shelton. That was
know what I meant.
No, what I'm saying is, unfortunately, I wish we could see old Shelton again.
Well, tonight he had
just a glimpse.
Tonight he had sparks of that, but the exchanges were not as crisp as you would expect from two technicians.
And when are we finally going to say that Daniel Bryan looks rusty? He has in every match he's been back. I mean, Shelton Benjamin.
To his credit, like Medine just said, Shelton Benjamin's older now and not quite on his game the way he normally is.
Jeff Hardy.
Him too.
Is working with a leg injury.
Yeah, and he looked fine against Nakamura tonight.
And Big Cass. And Rusev, he looked great against.
Well, yeah, that style match. Sure.
So my point being is 1 out of 4, Daniel Bryan looked good, and the other 3, the only one that was any good of those other 3 was not at 100%.
I disagree. I think it's Daniel Bryan who's rusty.
It's terrible. Medine, do you want to course correct him or move on?
Correct him about Daniel Bryan being
I don't
rusty?
know. Trying to teach Kevin anything is like pulling fucking teeth.
I would say 3 out of the 4 matches he's looked rusty.
I'm going to. I don't want to say this.
He didn't
too
look
early.
rusty in the greatest Royal Rumble.
I don't want to say this too early, but is there a possibility that in the 2 years that the time that he took off, that he lost a step, a half a step? Is he more careful now? Does he wrestle differently?
Okay.
He's more measured. Is what I'm saying.
No, you're wrong on the step. I don't think he's lost shit.
Okay.
You might be right that he's a little more careful now.
Right.
And he's changed some of his repertoire.
There is something different because he used to go
not,
balls to the walls.
Yeah, he's not doing those spots where he dives through the middle rope head first with his gigantic neck injury.
Exactly.
I might do that. I was a big-time skier. I blew my knee out. I was kind of scared to go on any black diamonds after that just because I was just like, and I didn't blow it out skiing. I just thought this is the most stress my knees take.
Right.
I mean, maybe he's taking it
Have
slow.
you ever been skiing?
No, I don't know what a black diamond is.
You're so fucking
And I'm
horrible.
from the Northeast.
What?
Oh,
even I've been skiing, bro.
I know.
Kevin, you suck so much sometimes.
4.
Number 4, it's prediction time. What's that pay-per-view coming up? Oh, yeah. It's called Money in the Bank. we got a briefcase here in case you didn't know. Oh, you didn't know? And Medina's holding it up so it's off camera, and all we can see is his Steph Curry mock. There you go. Nobody likes the Golden State Warriors, you bandwagoner from New York.
Bandwagon.
You don't fucking know anything
Bandwagon.
about Oakland or any of that shit. Anyway, let's run down the SmackDown portion of Money in the Bank. We're going to get started with Carmella and Asuka. Kevin, pick this one.
Asuka. It has to be. I mean, I know she stood tall tonight, and that would tell you that Carmella's going to win, but they can't continue with this.
I think somebody in creative is going, wow, she's getting so much heat because nobody likes her as champion.
The me of the
and
group
they
there.
think that that's heat. So, because that's the way we treat Roman. So they're like, oh, my God, it's heat. It's heat. Let's keep the belt on her. I am guessing Medina needs to sit the fuck down for his predictions, but he's still a jackass over there. He doesn't realize half of it's cut off the screen because we have the picture to block off the other screen. Anyway.
She told me that.
Yeah. So sit down. I'm telling you now. I wanted you to embarrass yourself for a minute or two.
That's not embarrassing. I was having fun.
All they could see was basically your stomach and crotch for about 2.5 minutes.
All right. Is this better? Is this better now?
Hey, I didn't see anyone
No,
complaining.
now you're holding it too low. You suck.
Is this here?
I think Asuka wins, Kevin,
Yeah.
but no belt.
No belt?
I think
Count out?
I think somehow Carmella gets a screw job thing in there, hits Asuka with the belt. I don't think it's a clean finish.
Oh, it's so bad. Or do you think Money in the Bank cashes in right away?
The way they set it up tonight, I think Asuka gets another shot at Carmella on the shitty pay-per-view, wins it there, possibly goes on to defend at SummerSlam, and if the way they kind of had the 4 Money in the Bank participants around her, if she wins the belt and SmackDown gets the briefcase, then you set that up. That's what that was there. Who's your pick, Medine?
This is tough.
Not really.
Yeah, it is. Because I really don't want to see Carmella get a pinfall victory. So you know what? I'm going Asuka.
All right. Because you obviously didn't listen to me. Because I said Asuka, but no belt.
I was dancing.
That way Carmella doesn't get a pinfall.
Oh.
It keeps the title.
Sure, I'll jump on your bandwagon.
There you go. Jump on.
I'm on the wagon.
Asuka wins. Stike says Asuka for Vice. And Carmella not ready for Asuka, Justin says.
No, hell no.
So
Carmella's not ready
so
for action,
true.
period. I mean, she's not a fighting champion at all.
So Rob renamed the Bludgeon Brothers last night, in case you didn't know. They're the Big Hammer Guys or something like that. The Big Hammer Guys versus the Club for the tag titles. Kevin, I know you're going to say some dumb shit about the Bludgeon Brothers, so go ahead.
They're going to win. I mean, it's just the thing that sucks about this is that there's just nothing interesting at all.
Like listening to you.
Well, what do you want me to say? There's really no good point.
Right?
There's nothing even funny to say about this.
Bang Bus
That's
says
you.
Carmella beats Asuka clean, and Teddy catches up, says Carmella wins. Who's your winner, Kevin? The Bludgeon?
Big Hammer Guys or whatever. you
Big
guys
Hammer
renamed
Guys.
them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to agree with you because I think it's just setting up for Sanity to debut and be the ones to knock them off the pedestal or have that feud, pending that legal nonsense that we hope gets worked out.
You think they get a title shot within a month?
Yeah, probably by the next pay-per-view if they book it right.
And they win?
Yeah, I don't even think I think the club, I think Bludgeon stands tall, and then here comes Sanity on the ramp. They don't even have to necessarily attack, just show and point, and Big Hammer Guys can go, hey, we got hammers. What's your pick, Medine?
Unfortunately, I got to go with, the Hammer Guys.
Big Hammer Guys for the trifecta of the Smackdown crew.
They haven't put anything behind this feud to make it interesting.
All right, well, here's one that you're going to go first on, Medine. Daniel Bryan and Big Cass.
Daniel Bryan.
I got to go Daniel Bryan as well. I don't think Big Cass deserves the win. Fuck.
He hasn't gotten over as a real heel in this feud.
And he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve the victory.
Daniel Bryan has to progress to the next level. They're gonna give him a title shot eventually against Miz. So
I think he gets his title shot. Like I've always said, we'll get to there.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is on the road to it.
Yeah. Kevin, Big Cass, Daniel Bryan. Are you going to pick Big Cass? Or
I
are you going
am.
to go with the group?
No, I'm going to pick Big Cass, and I don't think
You don't think
he win
exactly.
We know.
No, I think he'll win in a way that won't hurt Daniel Bryan's momentum. I think they're going to let Big Cass win so that he can go brag about it and be a bad guy or heel.
That's what they should have done last time.
Well, yeah, but I think some of that was Cass being punished.
Or let him beat. Oh, what did he do?
For punching the midget.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bang Bus and Teddy says that Bludgeon's going to win. So does Kashmir. And then they're saying, Stike says Daniel Bryan taps Cass. Kashmir says Big Cass. Teddy says Big Cass. They're all on Kevin's bandwagon. Justin,
Good.
thankfully, is smart enough to pick Daniel Bryan.
Cass has to stand strong at the end, regardless.
Does he have to?
Even if he beats the fuck out of him with
Does
a chair.
he
Yeah,
have
he
to?
has to. I mean, what happens to him if he loses?
He goes back to trying to vie for the mid card.
Yeah, but he can't even brag about anything. His whole shtick right now is that he's a big, strong, big guy.
Come on. Really?
If he loses to Daniel Bryan again, none of that matters. He's not believable anymore. He has to win this match, and he has to do it in a way that gets him some heel cred. Hit him with a chair. Do something cheap. Pull his tights.
I don't know about any of that. Medine, you want to comment on that?
No.
Give him a low blow. No, don't give him a low blow. That's Knox's thing. But do something like that.
I do not care to comment
Teddy
further.
says I'm not on any Kevin wagon. Anaconda Vice says Daniel Bryan wins. Same shit as last pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan is leaving WWE, I bet. How soon? Because he just signed a contract like a month ago. And the whole reason they signed him is to get him the keep him away from NJPW.
I don't think he signed it yet, Adam. I don't think he signed it yet.
Yeah, and Stike wants to point out Big Cass stood tall after he lost last time. So he could still stand tall, Kevin, and be on the bottom. We got one more match before we go to the briefcases. AJ versus Knock 5. If Knock wins, we're going to part 6 because there'll be a rematch.
It has to be Nakamura. It
has to be? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm going AJ. I'm just going to pick AJ until he's not the champ. Because Knock needs the win way more than Big Cass. And I don't know that they're going to do it. Remember, he fucking won the Rumble and not the belt. He's been dicked around for months. His character work is great. But do they give him the title for in this character?
You do not. You realize that you turned him heel and it was a mistake.
I don't know that it's
a mistake.
I don't know that that's fair to say, Medine.
Maybe not yet. But
a mistake.
It may be in the long run.
He's one of
Bang Bus says Daniel Bryan didn't re-sign yet.
He's one of the better heels. I know.
one of the best heels.
I know already.
Why? How is that a mistake?
Well, you haven't given enough time yet. It's a mistake because look how he's getting booked.
He is 0 for 6 in title shots.
Exactly.
I mean, half was face and half was a heel, but he's 0 for 6.
Thank you.
Right. So he's due for a win.
Is he?
And he deserves it.
Or does he just continue to lose?
The only way I could see him losing is if he then feuds with Jeff after this low blow.
That's where I'm thinking it's going to go.
That
He's gonna
might
go
make
down
sense.
to the mid card.
But then he has to win.
Anyway, final thought on the Daniel Bryan thing. If they don't negotiate to push him to the top quick, he's gone. Heard he wants the Universal title, Anaconda Vice
That
says.
ain't happening.
Yeah, AJ for Cash, AJ for Teddy, and Stike makes the best argument. But Justin says knock by nutshot. Stike says AJ wins and moves on to Joe. There are other heels
Or Miz.
waiting. Yes, Miz, Joe are waiting. Miz is going to wait for the briefcase. AJ's going to drop it to Joe, and then Bryan's going to beat Joe and lose to Miz. Or replace Joe with Knock, and the other two things still happen. I don't know. What do you have over there, Medine? AJ or Knock?
You would like to see AJ finally end this feud so we don't have to watch this match again. Even if Knock wins, no rematch. If AJ wins, it should be the final match of their feud. So I'm going with AJ.
Knock is winning this match. They can't bury Nakamura. He won Royal Rumble and won
Yes,
it for
they
nothing. Just a long, endless feud did not have
Yes,
any reward.
they can.
I don't know. I think we're getting part 6, but I'm picking AJ nonetheless. And Kevin, you said knock, right?
I did.
All right, here it is. Time for our final picks. I've been on the bandwagon of Miz since he qualified. Miz is my pick for the men, even though we don't know the New Day pick. Yeah. Kevin, before you pick the winner of the match, New Day member, all 3 or pick one?
I'm going to go all 3.
Medine?
That's how I'd have been on from the get-go.
You have. And I can see Knock as the U.S. champion, but WWE champion might be too much right now, Cash says. I agree. I think they vaulted him too quickly, and then they've lost confidence in him sometimes. And he's a great heel. Heels don't need to have the title. Joe needs to have the title. Knock doesn't.
So I'm guessing you're picking Joe as your...
No, I picked The Miz.
Oh, okay.
I think Joe can beat AJ is what I think. And then Daniel Bryan. Joe's the transitional champion between AJ and Daniel Bryan.
No, see, I think that's Knock, and I think Joe and AJ feud after this, no title involved. Or triple threat or something along those lines.
I don't know. The combinations that they can put together at the top of SmackDown are
that's true.
Amazing. The combinations that you put together on the other show is Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn and Jinder and Roman. So no wonder Rawsome is it's so hard to watch Raw that it's taken some of the wind out of the sail that is Rawsome.
3
As
hour
the guy
show
that does
too.
both. Yeah, it's like the Gilligan, a 3-hour tour. I'd rather be stranded on an island. At least there's a payoff there of a tropical island.
See, Anaconda Vice, Nakamura, the best heel right now.
I already said that.
I agree.
Xavier's the New Day member for Bryan. That's what he said last night. That's who I've picked. And Stike going with me. He says it's Xavier as well.
No one's
now,
saying Big E.
Tell me your pick, Kevin, for the winner. We have Braun, Finn, Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, KO, Joe, and a New Day member, or who knows?
I know I said Braun before. I have to go Miz. It's the only one that makes sense.
Well, and it makes sense also on another level that Cashmere is reminding me. He says if Miz got the win, then CM Punk won't be the only 2-time winner anymore. And after last week, Vince is dying to get his name off the record books. Rob made an argument that Vince isn't that petty. I disagreed. Raw took her jobbers, Justin said. Obvious Miz, Bang Bus said, but he says it's cool if Finn or Rude win. Bobby should be showing off his fancy cars and telling me that my dick is small.
I think he needs a heel turn before he gets
totally
a push.
does. He totally does. Finn is Anaconda Vice's choice. Medine, who's your choice?
Mine's been, it's right there on the board. It's been since the beginning before we even started asking.
Yeah.
Miz.
Yeah, mine changed because my guy didn't qualify, but
I need to change my female.
yeah, you do. And now's the time. We're on to that female match. Ember, Charlotte, Alexa, Becky, Lana, Natalya, Naomi, Sasha Banks. In case you don't know, I think the knee work on Natalya, she might get replaced.
Really?
That's just my opinion. Justin says The Miz, by the way. Rusev for Teddy. He must be smoking some good stuff tonight. There's no way to give that to Rusev. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen.
Oh, man.
More of a chance for Lana or Natty. Medine, who's your pick?
Another toughie. I am going to pick Lana.
God damn
You
it.
idiot.
I know.
God.
Why would you pick Lana?
Fuck it.
Don't want to have kids?
Fuck it. Why not?
Kevin.
I am going to say Natalya, and she cashes in.
Natalya, and she cashes in.
All
Okay.
on the same night.
All
I
on
don't
the
think
same
you can
night.
have Ronda Rousey as champion. I think she takes it from
But
Rousey.
they're friends.
Yeah, I know. That's why you can't go with that.
That's terrible. Becky needs it, Bang Bus says. Becky does need it. I wouldn't be opposed to Becky winning it. I really
you
would.
can't have 2 SmackDown.
Right. That's why I think they're gonna foolishly vault Ember Moon. I don't think she's quite ready. I'm going with a swerve and saying SmackDown wins both briefcases. Stike says Charlotte.
I'm going to change mine.
Mm-hmm. Because Charlotte could cash in on the same night back on Carmella.
Yeah, I don't want to see
If that briefcase comes out and he wins it before the Oscar Carmella match, and Charlotte were to win, she's gonna get it. I mean, she's gonna go right back out and cash it in. That's just my thought if that happens.
I'm going with Sasha Banks.
Botcha Banks.
Botcha Banks. That's what I'm going with.
So you guys originally, your horrible co-host, by the way, picked Lana and Natty. Now you're changing it, Medine, to Botcha Banks.
I just picked Lana because that sounded funny.
That's as dumb as Bryan picking Sasha Banks.
I know. He picked her too?
Yeah. Lana the dark horse for Justin.
Oh, come on.
See?
And
Good for you,
Cashmere
Justin.
says Alexa
Stick to your guns.
Alexa Bliss, the briefcase is more of a heel thing anyway. I agree. It's more of a heel thing. It's tough as a face. Usually the face has to declare the match ahead of time, like RVD and Cena did. I'm going to fight you at the next pay-per-view. A heel, it's so in your character to run out and steal. It's so in the character. You don't have to swerve. It's what they would do.
Bliss would be really good with
Wouldn't
it, too.
she? Wouldn't she?
That really fits her character.
That would work. I like the idea. There's a lot. As long as it's not Naomi, Natalia, Naomi, Natalia, or Lana, I'll be okay with it.
Smackdown presents
Good, bad, and glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
It's our award time, Medine. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The reason I ask if you're ready is because the first award is the Good Medina Award. We've also got the Bad Kevin Award, the Glorious Adam Bomb Award. Yep, that's right. I named an award after myself. And the Creative Fail and LOL. Medine.
You're the creative fail, right?
If you want to go with that when you get there. Medine, what is your Good Medina Award?
Good Medina Award is this new gig at work is sweet.
New gig at work is sweet. Okay. Would you say it's too sweet?
And I'm the shit in the middle, really? After that, you gave him a coin for that?
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this.
I gave a coin and a Roddy. just because you got so fucking pissed off. What do you have, Kevin?
Other than Medine showing up, I have to give it to Pancakes in the Briefcase and Miz's overreaction, playing back to his promo with Paige where he mentioned his acting skills. Full circle. Good storytelling.
Full circle. I'm going to hold mine for a second. Good for Teddy. Kevin got a new T-shirt.
Shut up, Teddy.
Bangba says the best pay-per-view is Saturday of the weekend, probably. I mean, they steal every weekend. TakeOver does. Good. Daniel Bryan's promo, not the best promo, but still much better than Cass. That's from Kashmir. Good. Miz all around tonight for Stike. And Justin says the same thing. My good is going to be the men's booking. Okay? Each match contributed to the storylines. Losers, had good moments of shine. And the screw jobs against Joe and Knock self-screw job on the DQ were good finishes there. And Shelton Benjamin had a lot of good moments even though he lost. It was well booked for the men. And this is my segue into the Bad Kevin Award, the women's booking. First off, if you are going to bookend the show with your women, and I don't mean Asuka and Carmella, I mean the entire fucking women's division, they seriously bookended the show. After the first segment with all 8 came out, they then turn around and intro Asuka. Go to the second half of the show. About 10 or 20 minutes before the main event with all 10, you have Carmella cutting a promo. All of it was shit. Every bit of it. And the only thing that I was wrong on, Kevin and I were talking about, it's going to be an 8-person tag. I didn't know they were going to be so fucking dumb to make it a 10. Goddamn chaos. I'm sorry. Most of tonight was positive. This was a big swing and a miss, and it was a big swing and a miss because it was fucking lazy. So lazy. We don't have anything for you. We're going to put all of you in this shit. Kevin, what's your Bad Kevin Award?
Before that, let me respond to what you just said. The past few weeks, they've put New Day in those big tag matches to showcase people who are going to be in Money in the Bank. Now, I agree it shouldn't have been 5-on-5. They should have left Asuka and Carmella out of it. But they should showcase the women who are going to be in Money in the Bank and let them all stand tall. And I like
the storyline of the night was the Iconics and former Absolution coming out and saying, Paige, we're better outside the ring than the 4 you got in the ring.
Yeah, and then
a one-off storyline for the night for all the 4 women that aren't going to be there Sunday.
But the match did a somewhat decent job at highlighting all the different parties and making them look strong.
Bad Medine.
My bad is Kevin.
Yeah.
You know why? Because in the group text, he poses as you and asks for a Red Bull.
One of the most expensive drinks.
And then I get him the Red Bull, and I go to the store, a yellow one at that, just like your yellow belly, you coward. And the thing cost almost $4.
Wait, are you part Jewish? Why are you being cheap over there?
Because
he's wearing a Golden State shirt. That's why.
It was because it was like
no, that's his bandwagon thing.
It's like a 10-ounce drink. It wasn't even a 12-ounce drink at that.
Oh yeah, it's like a shot in your veins.
Everybody's homeless in San Fran. That's why I'm so alive today.
Bad.
You're
10
welcome.
woman, bad 10-woman tag match. Why book this? That's from Justin.
I didn't say my bad yet.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
you did.
The board. No, I responded to your bad. My bad was the AJ Styles promo. Did nothing to sell anybody more on the match, whereas Nakamura sold himself more as a heel, brought back the nut shot, and KO'd Jeff.
Okay.
Showing how dangerous he was.
This is for you. This is for me.
He's got a puke!
Because I gave you this. Bad. Wow, Cashmere and Vice are sharing a brain. We'll get there in a second. Bad for Teddy is Kevin being here and still no fucking sanity.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
Stike says bad.
Carmella
and Cass, they are both bad. Cashmere says, no Cien Almas and Sin Cara. I hope they're on the pay-per-view this Sunday. I prefer that anyway. Me and Kevin talked about that off air, and I agree. I hope that they bumped that tonight because it went to the pre-show. Bad. No Almas tonight. Casuals don't even know who this amazing talent is, not to mention they have zero Latin talent as a top superstar. It's disgusting. That's from Vice.
Good point, Vice.
And that's why they need to book this motherfucker right. Bang Bus GM, bad. Shelton can use his old theme at live events, but not TV. Yeah, he's a little off. I'm having a George Costanza moment for a second. My wallet is just driving me crazy and has me off balance in the chair. In case anyone thought I was itching my ass. Bad. Nobody else on the board. So let's go to the Glorious Adam Bomb Award. My award is for the Almas and Sin Cara match. Oh, wait. That shit didn't happen. What the fuck, WWE? You even billed it. The wrestlers were talking about it on Twitter. You booked it last week. You set it up the week before. And at least announce that that's been added to the pre-show. Give us some reason why he is not on there. Because outside of awaiting sanity, I am so excited for Almas. And I didn't get my payoff tonight. I can't believe I was actually excited, Kevin, about a Sin Cara match, and I didn't get it.
And that was your glorious?
Yeah.
Sarcasm there?
Sarcasm, yes.
I got to give yourself a coin for that.
I'll give myself a coin.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
But it is much better that they're moving it to the pay-per-view.
Are obviously they? We're speculating. What do you got? What's your glorious?
Nakamura Hardy finish. At first, I was like, oh, I wanted to win clean. And then I thought about it. And I thought, wow, that was brilliant. You keep Hardy looking good. You make Knock look even worse and dangerous. And he got to do his count again. And we got to hear him count to 10.
Bang Buzz says, when does the Perfect Truth debut? I don't know. But it's better to say that than whatever Kevin had. Glorious, Medine.
My glorious is I am a great uncle. I have good news in the family. My niece gave birth to a baby boy, Lucas Samuel D'Amico.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Yes. They didn't name him Kevin?
No. Why would they do that? It's enough of you guys around.
God, Kevin. You just kill me sometimes.
Why don't I ever get a Roddy?
When do you deserve one?
Always.
Never.
This is what you sound like most times.
Make a good lucha.
That's you. That's what I think of you. Glorious Charlotte's Moonsault, one of the best in the business. Cashmere says, I agree, and You gotta fucking catch her, people. There were 2 people down there. I think it was Iconics.
Bro, of course it was.
They did not catch her.
How can you catch her when she lands feet first?
Yeah, Anaconda Vice says
terrible.
Glorious is Peyton's ass. Oh, yeah. Glorious that my wife is finally healing after losing her uncle. That's from Stike. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. Our best goes out to Carmen. She is a fan of the show. For those who don't know, she's even filled in for Stike.
Oh, that's right, on the board. Right?
Yeah, just to keep up the I guess his streak of Iron Man being at the show. He's kind of competing with me. Congrats on the kid. Mason says high off gas. I don't know what he's talking about. And glorious for Justin knock nut shot. High off gas, I think it's too high. Nothing was glorious for Teddy. You suck, Teddy. There was definitely some good stuff. What? Was he watching a wrong show? Is he thinking this is rawsome?
He's probably thinking of ways that he can make fun of me on the show. Teddy, I'll put you through a table too. Speaking
of creative fails, Sin Cara was not cleared to compete tonight, Stike says. That's why we have our stat boy out there. Stike for Hall of Fame 2019. Teddy's already starting it. Isn't the Warriors guy Mason? Is what High Off Gas is saying. I think he's talking to you with your stuff. Glorious for Juan, of course, is Trump.
Ninja, please.
And creative fail in LRL. Those are our next ones. I think my creative fail is going to go to Paige. They've been doing this gimmick. I can't think of the specific examples the last few weeks, but I remember the one tonight. A superstar comes up and says, I'm doing this. I'm going to make a match. I want to be in this, like The Miz did. And she said, no, I book the matches. I blah, blah, blah. I'm in charge. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to book the match exactly as you just fucking stated it. And Miz even said, that's exactly what I wanted. So
didn't it felt worse this week? Like painfully worse.
It felt forced.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be kind of a shtick thing that she has?
A shtick thing? Like you somehow with a mic right there still can't talk the same?
What do you... I will...
At your volume, I have to fuck with you all night. You're all over the place.
Because that's called having inflection.
No, it's not.
Say. Yes,
no, it's
is.
not.
I change the levels of my voice.
You sometimes talk like this, and then other times you raise your volume. There's no real in-between in inflection.
Engaged.
Do you?
Yes.
The thing they're most engaged in with you is your T-shirt. What is your creative fail, Medine?
Creative fail?
Yeah.
Was Rob post-it in the beginning? How he said not to talk, and then all of a sudden this, I don't know, 5-minute intro comes in, and then, we're talking over it somehow. So that's my creative fail.
That is a good co-host. Going to bat for me, knowing that if he were in my shoes, I think he would have been just as set up to fail tonight.
Yeah,
since we
if
had
I were
no
in your
cue.
shoes, I would have tested it before we went live on air. It's called preparation.
The executive producer has a role. That is his role.
I'm not a fan of Rob, but I put the blame on your shoulders.
Really?
I mean, ultimately, if it wasn't Adam's fault, that would be odd, because it usually is. But this time...
You disrespectful, stupid idiot.
Hold on now, Chris.
I was talking to Kevin. Or Chris was talking to Kevin.
But
he's a champion.
Yeah, he is a champion. Good match. If you
Rob says Rob is on the board. He says I fucked up, but Kevin is right. Wow. Hell has fucking frozen over if Rob and Kevin are agreeing.
Get
this
my
is what
jacket.
Hey, guess what happened in my soul just now, Medine?
Pac-Man.
I feel like there's like a black hole where my heart used to be, that you guys are both now on the same page against me. Why don't you just go to Mondays? Just go have fun on Mondays.
No, I like this show.
Medine wanted that.
Fuck Medine. He's never here. You'll just be hosting
Yeah,
alone.
you don't want to go to Mondays with Rob Corbin.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, Mondays with Rob Corbin. That's what the new name is.
Rob Corbin.
That's what the new name of the show should be. All right. Nobody really had any creative fail other than Justin. He said the Women's Summit. Oh, God, that was awful.
Big cast promo is a creative fail. They had a chance to make him look dangerous.
On the board.
Oh, well, you didn't ask me.
And Stike says the same thing. Okay, sorry, Kevin. Creative fail.
Big cast promo. I'm done.
Big cast promo. I'm done.
Oh, fuck. I will put you through this 3-layer table.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
At the live event.
Rob says, I'll trade Mondays with Kevin. You want to go host Rawsome? Rob wants to come to a show that's interesting. And Anaconda Vice is all about it. He says, Rob, Adam, and Medine, the real A show. What do you think about that, Kevin?
If you allow me to host a show, viewership is going to go way up.
We should do that for at least
First
1
of
week.
all, listen,
One
last week it was just the two of you, and I heard it was -2 people listened last week. So
-2,
yeah,
man.
2 people died apparently while listening to
I
you
just
guys
complimented you on getting my back. Now you
No,
just
it
threw
wasn't.
me
It
under the
wasn't.
bus.
It wasn't your fault. It was
The only way
because
people
all
are
you
going to
had was
die.
him.
Oh,
All you had
am
was
I the
him.
Sami Zayn?
All you had was him.
The only
big
way
cast?
people are going to die is by listening to more of your jokes.
Really? Really? That's
or
the best,
your
that was
comeback.
Right, that was the best you got. Come on, man.
Oh.
Put me through the table.
Got
Shit.
him.
Uh-oh. You might have just been traded. Rob says it is on.
What?
Yeah, let
Me?
Kevin host Rawsome. I won't be there. Teddy says it. That's glorious right there. Finally, LOL. LOL, Kevin, you said it earlier. I saved it for here because I didn't really want to talk about there. The crescendo of Miz getting the damn briefcase and it's full of fucking pancakes. New Day, to me, had the LOL of the night and they weren't even on the fucking show. Come on.
What did he say? I don't even remember. It's pancakes. And he goes like that. That was perfect.
Juan says do it next week. Everybody's wanting Kevin hosting and Rob on Tuesdays. That should be fun. LOL, pancakes and briefcakes, blah, blah. Reminds me when Dean put a slime bomb in Seth's Money in the Bank briefcase. That's from Stike. I remember that when he opened it. And it kind of like, the packs when you steal from a bank would spray you with ink. You know, remember that? Nobody likes Dean but me, so nobody remembers this shit. Thanks for getting my back, you dicks.
Who?
LOL, what do you got, Kevin?
Renee's husband?
Yes.
I don't know who said it,
Such a dick.
but they were talking about Braun Strowman, his match last night. And they said, Braun Strowman, when Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers on them, he's an unstoppable monster.
It was the only good thing about Raw last night was that match at the end. And they threw in multiple commercial breaks and a full recap of what happened before the first commercial break by Michael Cole when they came back. And it was still a good match. Kashmir says, LOL, the New Day and Kofi and Woods in the same shirt laughing like crazy was gold. Yes. Yes, it was. Do you have one, Medine?
Me earlier thinking that I had the Money in the Bank briefcase on camera, but actually it was not on camera, but I was dancing around like a fool.
Teddy would have thrown dollar bills at you. He said he wanted more dancing.
Nice.
Just by the way, I didn't read that earlier.
Okay, cool.
Miz getting the briefcase full of pancakes is also for Justin. Kevin and Bob, the dream team for Mondays, Juan says.
Kevin and Bob.
Oh, my God.
You know.
Is Bob still around?
He said dream team for what, Wednesdays when there's no wrestling?
Yeah, anyway, do this.
Reviews on iTunes.
All right, Medine. You know what time it is.
No, I don't have a watch.
Time to get dirty.
What do they call it in the South? Muddin'? Let's go muddin'. We're all Yankees. You're from the New England area. We're both
four-wheeling, right? Four-wheeling?
Muddin'.
I don't know what that is.
All right, what do you got, buddy?
All right. Well, speaking, quick tidbit on the New Day. We were just talking about them. They're going to take on the Elite this week. Isn't that awesome?
And who are the Elite?
The
For
Elite,
everybody
Kenny
out there.
Omega and the Young Bucks. Shout out to Bryan. In a video game showdown, unfortunately. At Street Fighter V at E3's Gamer
The electronic
Summit.
entertainment.
Xavier's
expo.
been pushing this hard on Twitter.
Yeah, and on
Up,
Instagram,
down.
all of his social media outlets.
What do you guys not play video games?
He's cutting promos on these guys.
I'm 41.
Yeah, I don't really play video games anymore.
Please be Jerry.
Hold on, somebody's calling. Who is this on the You Record fan line?
Why are they called during the fucking Mud Report though?
Is that a ghost?
There's no respect for the Mud Report.
Like,
apparently.
goddamn. You know why? Because they fucking Googled this shit already like fucking 7 hours ago.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Anyway.
Lucas Campbell says, "See you in hell, big boy." Okay, thanks, Lucas. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's exciting just to see that in this day and age, through people's social media accounts, they're not penalized for fraternizing, if you want to say, with the other guys. You know, because back in the day, this would have been frowned upon, and now it's like, hey, it's cool. Kenny and the Young Bucks are hanging out with New Day, and this week they're playing video games against each other.
I mean, let's be honest. Part of why New Day got over so hard is Xavier's efforts and other stuff. It's part of it,
right?
I don't know what part, but I think it's important. The board, Anaconda Vice, is trying to defend you, saying, Kevin, you are bullied hard.
Thank you.
And Teddy brings a mud report. I don't know if you had this one, but Daniel Bryan saying he can kick Mike Jackson's ass.
I got them all, too.
I didn't have that, though. I didn't.
I saw that. Kevin, get off your phone, Teddy says.
Oh, just in case Medine doesn't bring it up, I'm now Mud Report man as well. We learned that last week.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez. That's from Lucas
so I leave
Campbell.
for
How
1
old
week
is
and
that?
you try to steal a roll. You know what?
I'm a dirty boy.
It's probably better that you do
Rolling
this
in the mud.
because all you do all day is probably sit in front of a screen with a mouse in your hand.
Exactly.
And so
Medine.
it makes sense for you to actually
this
do
is Medine's
something.
Go home Mud Report.
Yeah, exactly. This makes sense for you to do something with your time. Because
I emailed myself a bulleted list.
Oh, wow. Teddy,
that's good.
Juan has
yes.
a true dream team on the board for those that are listening live.
I have actual work to do. I have 3 jobs, people.
Hey, nobody cares about your fucking jobs. Go to the next thing.
I'm fucking busy.
Go to the next one,
so
or I'm going to end the segment.
Speaking of the Elite and the success that the Young Bucks had booking All In, apparently 4 hours ago, the Baltimore Business Journal, Chris Ripley stated that Ring of Honor has secured a date to have a show at Madison Square Garden. And in my opinion, that's great for both parties. MSG's lost its luster over the past few years, other events having bigger arenas with bigger names. And ROH obviously can use the exposure. So if this happens, though, the next step is rumored for them to book the show during WrestleMania weekend. And, you think Vince is going to let that happen?
Not in MSG. He'll do everything he can to fight it. But
here's the thing.
Because, they're right down the road at MetLife.
Right, but the problem is...
Here's the thing. Are you going to make this more interesting?
Yes.
Okay.
MSG officials are miffed because during WrestleMania, WWE decided to book all their events at the Barclays Center, where they have had a new relationship with the Barclays Center.
It's from the throwback.
Years. Well, no, it's just like 3-4 years because that's all the Barclays Center's been around. But it's like the new girl on the block. Now MSG's been pushed to the side. MSG, still the world's most famous arena, but like I said, just not as much shine lately. So.
Our executive producer's mad that I left that bet on. It's for all the delays and low talking you do.
Yeah. So,
Mud report from Kashmir. Rusev and Lana's hotel room got robbed yesterday. Did you have that?
It did. No, I didn't have that because, again, I didn't have time because I did this on the fly. But perhaps the new Mud report guy.
Please.
You said
hopefully they got a cell phone.
Did you say you had something?
Possibly ROH Super Card of Honor at MSG.
This is the passing of the torch.
Wrestling Inc. Ric Flair on the possibility of Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey headlining WrestleMania. He said, in my humble opinion, if Rousey wants to elevate her status in the company, she needs to go through the Queen, and the Queen ain't afraid of her. I'm not involved, obviously, in any of the thinking.
Slow pause.
But if they're dramatic pause. But if they're ever going to put over any of the women where they belong, this is the year, because I think Ronda has only signed a 1-year deal, and then she gets what she wants to get out of there. She wants to have kids and all that. She just needs to be prepared to lose.
She wants to be groped by her husband in that one line she made.
Not sure if Ronda... I know, yeah. Twice, apparently.
Crazy.
So, yeah, Ronda Rousey. Maybe only a 1-year deal. We might not see them headlining WrestleMania.
Kashmir says, because they got Rusev's wallet and Lana's camera, nudes should be coming soon.
Oh,
that's terrible.
Oh,
that's a whole new way of... That's not even cyber theft. That's like legit theft. Whoever posts that or sells it will obviously should get arrested, I would think, as the culprit.
Yeah.
I bought it from someone. This guy sold it to me.
Lana is number 1.
Just know, Rob, that should happen after episode 2. Rob is saying that Adam is fired. Episode 2, Juan. Lordy. Rob, are you able to remotely queue up whatever this is? Because now is the time for us to do that and do whatever you wanted to honor us for 300. I don't know
Matt's gonna be like, fuck y'all.
if you can do that. I don't know if I'm just talking for no reason to stall. I might as well plug our event that we got coming up on Sunday. It is our Father's Day celebration. It's our real 300 celebration because we almost tied the numbers right, but everybody but me can't do math apparently.
I can do math perfectly.
Anyway, so we got the live event at Strike City. We're going to be reacting live on the web on our YouTube channel. So be there for that if you can't attend personally. If you can attend personally,
that man's booty doll.
Then do that. Rob is taking over. Here is our special 300 segment. Hopefully it's not dead air this time.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Rob is playing his own sound effects instead of queuing this up. What the hell?
That should happen.
Okay, thanks.
That should happen.
Yeah, I got it. You can remotely take control of the show at any time. It's great, Rob.
You're fired.
Yeah, you can't handle the schedule without me.
What a buffoon.
Right?
Like, honestly, he's just destroying episode number 300.
No, he's leaving his mark, his stamp on it.
He usually just comes in here and crashes our show anyway. Why doesn't he just bring his bald head in
Monkeys in the truck, play the clip.
Yeah, monkeys in the truck, play the clip. Exactly. Monkey hit the button. What the hell? He's like buying a license now on here.
Baron Rob.
I thought we were ready to go. You asked me when. There's nothing. It was the intro. Oh, so I can't play it? Then why'd you ask me to play it? Oh, I've been set up yet again. Oh, might as well take a fucking call. Who is this calling on the U-Record fan line?
It's a ghost.
There's a ghost in our machine.
Spirit.
Is that who fucks me up all the time? Is that why the board doesn't work? Anyway, I'm an idiot. There is what Rob is saying. Thanks, Rob. Before we go to this day in wrestling history, I'm going to do what I wanted to do for the 300. And I got a couple trivia questions. And then I just got some people I'd like to thank. Let's start it off with this question to Kevin and Medine. Hosts, co-hosts, and guest hosts, what is the total count for Marked Out?
12.
12 for Kevin. And you closed my shit. You closed my windows.
I got a tick.
What?
I got a
What's
Jeopardy music?
I'm trying to find it. Rob
music?
closed
Some
out my
shit?
sound effects.
Oh, damn, son.
Yeah, he made all those buttons hit, and then he closed it out. What a dick.
I thought you were perfect at math.
Just pretend there's a 20-second clock, and just tell me the
You need
answer.
pen and paper.
There's your fucking clock.
I wanted to think about it.
Give me the answer.
14.
14. Cashmere on the board says 6. Rob says sabotage. You're a dick. I don't like this new fucking I can remotely access shit. Anaconda Vice says 13. The answer is 17.
Wow.
The answer is 17. Of course, Rob was our first host. Adam, me. I'm the damn Iron Man. I've been on more episodes out of these 300 than ever. Stike says 12. And Rob says in the beginning there was 1. No, in the beginning there was 3. And then there was, I don't remember how it goes. Then there was 5. Then there was like 2. I don't fucking remember the whole order of events.
You going to name them?
No. Oh.
Thank God. I'm on the show now.
Rob, Adam, Steve, Kiera, Medine, Brian, Golda, Bob, Patrick, Schultz, Brendan, Frank, Kevin.
Saving the best for last.
I did them in order.
I was 17.
After me.
Nah, I can't remember a couple of their names, and I'm not going to read what I wrote down.
So
there was a lot of one-offs. Remember fucking Frank? He shouldn't even count. Hope he's listening.
I remember Frank.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank.
He talked, when we watched the episode, he talked the whole time kind of with us. And then we got on air, and I don't know, he froze.
I need to
how
add
many
the Omega.
That was Schultz Vice. How many, this is my only other question. How many shows have we had under the Marked Out Wrestling banner? How many shows have we had under the Marked Out Wrestling banner? Different shows. Not 300 episodes. How many different shows? Don't look at me like that, Medine. You should fucking know this.
So show as in like Monday
Title
Night
of a
Raw
show.
something.
Right, title of a show. That's the clarification I'm asking for there on the question.
Do pay-per-views count? Every pay-per-view?
No, no. You guys are overthinking an easy one. Teddy says 420. Juan says 50. I think they're still talking about the host. Kashmir says 4. How many did you say?
6.
6 for Kevin. How many are you guessing, Medine?
We'll go with 7.
Okay, this is for Kevin. That is for Medine and everybody else. Stike says 5. Vice said 5. I'm going to tell you these ones for sure. Of course, the flagship shows, Rawsome and Smackdown.
Boo.
We also have the only canceled show of the bunch, Taken Down. A couple of these never debuted.
Take it down.
Bryan's ideas, Indie McIndie Face and the Power Slam Dance Show. He made a few episodes, but we never aired them. Executive producer was like, "Fuck that," and then he also canceled Takedown just to spite him because those were so bad. And we had one episode, a great episode. I don't know why they won't do it again. Hopefully they will one day.
Bob vs. Bob.
Of Smarks versus Marks.
Okay.
Interviews over
I was in.
interviews over the 300. Rob. We had Adam Pacitti was probably our biggest, but we had some up and comers and other such talent to round that out. We had Savannah Evans just last week. On the board, I want a big thank you and acknowledgement here. So I'm sorry if I leave you out, but this is what it is. Our early guys on the board: Joker, Upload Test, Firewolf John Ramsey, our first caller. We had those early mainstays on the board. Some of them are still here. Noah, CT, JD, Juan's here tonight. Berto, Trollberg. We had the original Bomb Squad members: Estrada, Hitman, Struble, and DP. Currently, our mainstays: Stike, Vice, Teddy, Leo. Our Twitch fans: Justin, I rep for Texas. I love the syrup. We had a couple chicks that actually came back a couple times.
AKA Adam.
Sierra Ann and Sophie Hall. We got our frequent emailers, Danimal and Chris Ross. Again, if I missed anyone, it's because I missed you.
Hitman.
I hit my wrong button.
This day in wrestling history.
Take it away, Medine. This is the most must-play trivia segment in MOWP history.
Mope.
All right. First question. Get right to it. Who beat who? Benoit and Jericho or Edge and Christian?
Benoit and Jericho or Edge and Christian?
You're an idiot.
I think this is the build to the end of Power Trip because Hunter got hurt. So I'm going to say Jericho.
Edge and Christian.
And you're going to say Edge and Christian? On the board, our timer expired. Edge and Christian for Vice. Oh, why'd you have to agree with him? So did Kashmir. Also agreed with Kevin. Edge and Christian. What is the answer, Medine?
The answer is Benoit and Jericho.
Hey, who's getting the coin? I'm getting the coin. So is Teddy. So is Stike. So is Bang Bus. They're all smart. Anaconda Vice, Kashmir, Justin. Why would you go with Kevin's answer? What's up next?
You're an idiot. It doesn't matter.
Next, how long did it take? Closest without going over.
I bet you I know what Teddy's going to guess. I'll get that on the button. I'm going to go before Kevin because, let's just face it, I'm better. 8:37.
No, it was definitely double digits. Probably a bit closer to 10-11.
What is it?
10-11.
10-11. 10:33 for Justin. 12:45 for Stike.
420.
And 4:20, of course,
Off
for
course.
Teddy. 18:30 for Cash. Who's right, Medine? 14:50 Vice.
I
Like an
believe I
auction.
heard Justin at 10:33.
Yes, he is. What was the answer?
The answer is 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow, Justin. That was damn close. 13:52 for Bang Bus. This is for you, Justin.
Kevin,
and you also get this.
This is Roderick Strong. I approve this message.
Because you made sure Kevin didn't win.
I know.
So he gets this. What's up next, Medine?
True or false? Stone Cold Steve Austin defended the WWE title in a handicap match against the Dudley Boys?
Oh, right after this, he defended it in a triple threat with Benoit and
What year
Jericho. We're talking like 02 maybe?
Okay.
01. I don't know. He's probably going to ask us that in a minute, so
That's
he
why
can't
I was
tell
asking. It's a trick question. True.
I'm going to say true. On the board, false for Justin, false for Vice, true for Bang Bus, true for Juan. I hate agreeing with Kevin. What's the answer, Medine?
The answer is false.
Cashmere says
dumb.
false.
He defended the WWE title against Spike Dudley that night.
Bang Bus, Juan, Stike, we all get this. Cashmere, Vice, and Justin, you get this. What's next?
How many matches? Less than 6 or more than 7?
So if it's 6, you screw us over?
Yeah, no 6 or 7.
So 5 or less, really, or 7 or more. I'm going to guess 7 or more because that doesn't happen very often. I think that's why you pulled this. Kevin?
5 or less.
All right, on
Under
the
6, whatever.
Yeah,
Less than 6,
we know
more
what
than
you mean.
7.
You're taking
Yeah,
the low,
you're
I'm
taking
taking the
less than
high.
6. Okay.
Yeah, I got the high, he's got the low. Let's keep this fucking
Yeah,
simple.
you get Teddy.
What's the answer?
The answer is more than 7.
Look at that, kicking Kevin's ass again. Teddy got it right. Bang Bus got it right. He says, I agree with Adam. Cashmere got it right. Stike got it right. Justin got it right. Oh, the only people that got it wrong were Kevin and the Trump fan. That's you, Juan.
Congrats, you had a 50-50 shot, and you got the first guess because I have manners.
The only 50-50 I got wrong was the one I agreed with you on. What do you got, Medine?
Next, where did this take place? Baltimore, Boston, or neither?
Boston.
I hope it's Boston because if he were to get that wrong and it's in his town, that would be even better. I'm going to say Boston, too. Anaconda Vice wants to point out you're 0 for 4 tonight. What do you got, Medine?
Oh, you're not going to read the board?
It was way closer.
Oh, on the board they're
time.
saying, fuck Kevin, fuck Kevin's new shirt. Is that what you want me to read?
Sure.
Okay.
They?
Baltimore
That's
for
just
Justin. Boston for Stike.
City of Champions.
Neither for Cash. Go.
The answer is Baltimore.
Baltimore. This is for me, Kevin, Stike. Neither for Cash, Juan, and Vice, and Teddy. Baltimore for Justin. Good job, Justin. What else you got? What year?
Last question. You know it.
02.
What year did this take place? 2001, 2002,
02.
or 2003?
02.
01.
02. Are we waiting for the board?
Yeah.
A new MOWP record for Kevin.
I'm not-
Vice says 0-5.
I guessed the time.
No,
The
you
only
didn't.
The only other one who got closer was Justin because he's the only other one
And
with the
only
brain.
one person ever wins that question.
It
That's why
doesn't
it's
mean
so
I
hard to
lose.
get a perfect thing in night. Anyway, Bang Bus 02. 02 for Vice. 02 for Teddy. Cashmere 1 and Stike say 01. Justin's with me in 02. What do you got?
I guess the sun got to shine on a dog's ass someday. The answer is 2001. Kevin.
You are so
This was
dumb.
right before Invasion?
Yes.
Damn. That's for me. Cash 1. Stike, you get it right. Bang Bus, Justin, Teddy,
All right.
Vice, you're
Now,
with me.
Don't play the
Well,
sound
I mean,
effect
I
yet.
still beat Kevin. So, I mean, I
Would you have one more than I did?
do you have one more?
No. Go ahead and play it.
I mean, I
bonus.
still beat Kevin, so I should get
you
something.
You destroyed him.
Right.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
One of these days, we're going to have a prize budget,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to rub in all my free swag I get for beating you
That's when I actually
in your
try.
face. Oh, well, you won't be here
At
that
this-
week because you'll have
At
diarrhea
this
or something.
stupid game.
Stupid
Okay.
game.
You guys done? Good. Happy birthday to Mark Henry, turns 47. Sami Zayn turns 34. And one of BT's favorites, Jerry Lynn, is officially a senior citizen as he turns 55 today.
Senior citizen is 65.
Is it?
Yeah.
I really thought it was 55 because that's when they start sending all those AARP things to everybody.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's
Happy
65.
anniversary. Happy anniversary to ECW One Night Stand on this day in 2005. WWE did at the time was unthinkable and resurrected the Extreme brand. Wrestlers from both companies competed. Some were under contract, some were not. They took on old personas and monikers. Jericho was Lionheart that night. fans threatened to riot if Cena won. They chanted things like "Fuck you, Smackdown," and he has herpes. The atmosphere was charged. It was electric. There were great matches. And
Wasn't that Hammerstein the first one?
Yes, they sure. That was my next line. They recreated the feel of the original somewhat at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
And then they ruined it.
And then, wow,
kept
did you
doing
read
it
my
again.
notes?
No.
Because
I'm just that smart.
They would actually hold another one-night stand the following year, but it just didn't have the same type of effect. Eventually, ECW returned, and
December to dismember
exactly,
happened.
Exactly.
That's what I remember. That was their lone pay-per-view.
And finally, happy trails to
Kelly
Vince
Kelly.
McMahon. On this day in 2007, you died when your limo exploded.
And
then returned the following week because Benoit murdered his family.
It wasn't the following week, was it? I thought it was a couple weeks.
I think it was the following week, yo.
No.
And then killed your storyline for that matter. I'm pretty sure it was the following week.
The crowd chanted "Die Cena Die" also is what Teddy said.
Oh, they chanted a lot of shit that night.
Yeah.
It was great. It was it's actually, to me,
I remember the next year they put the WWE superstars up in the rafters, like hanging out all night, and kept going to them.
That was the same year.
That was the same year?
Yeah, that was the same year.
Why was the second year so horrible?
It didn't have the same effect the first one did.
Pick it up.
Anyway.
It's a top, to me, it's a top 5 pay-per-view. To me.
I can't.
Just from the sheer magnitude
Masato,
of the moment.
I can't think of his name, but
In WWE.
Mikey Whipwreck or Mike Awesome, Mikey Whipwreck. It was Mikey Whipwreck.
Yeah, he's in it.
They had a great match. No, it was Mike Awesome. I can't remember.
I think you're Whipwreck. I think you're right on that.
Okay, it was a great match, and I think the Asian guy. I don't know why Tanaka's on the brain, but I think it was Tanaka was his last name. I don't know. It was a great fucking match. I love that pay-per-view.
I love it too.
Sabu, you had
Masahiro Tanaka.
It came around.
Good music.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a good
that was
time.
the year that Van Dam cut the promo because he was injured. He couldn't actually wrestle.
Right.
He came out with Armstrong and just cut a promo.
Right.
That was such a good
the
one.
The next year they had him win, but it just didn't.
Teddy wants us to put Kevin through a table on Sunday. I wish we could. Kevin's too much of a pussy.
You guys aren't strong enough to get me up.
Are you kidding? I could power bomb you by myself.
Everybody needed my help to powerbomb your ass through a table.
Which is exactly why I could powerbomb you by myself.
You could not. My ass.
I carried a couch by myself.
I weigh more than a couch.
Oh, joining us at the end of 300 is Rob Corbin and Alexis Ford. I guess I'll turn some mics on for you guys. This is our final thoughts. I was about to go to Kevin and Medine for their favorite moment of the 300. As well as anybody who wasn't on the board last night.
Rob.
Fuck off. That's all I got.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Medine, what is your favorite moment?
You had to go to me?
Kevin, what is your favorite moment of the 300?
So I don't know if you guys remember this one. It was episode 300 when we had this whole big start planned out, and Rob and Adam fucked it up royally, and we were sitting here like jackasses.
You know that Rob took your side and said you were right a minute ago. Now you're taking digs at him now that he's sitting next to you?
It's okay. It's okay. In retaliation, you get to host a show. You can have Rawsome. There you go.
Who would want that dumpster fire of a show?
The executive producer would want to get off of it, and that's what you now, as like the quote-unquote intern of Marked Out, are getting shafted with the Monday duty.
Who brought me my drink?
Why are we still talking about him? He's been on for like 6 episodes.
Right? I still don't think you're in double digits.
No.
Doesn't even count. You're one of those 17 that just you haven't left your mark.
Really?
Now the Queen Kiera, on the other hand, she left a mark.
I left the mark?
Oh, yeah.
How so?
That like sexy 900 number voice, bringing that to the show. You know that got us some listeners. You know that got us some subscribers.
I don't know what voice. Like, I'm just being me.
Exactly. Yeah. You missed a good career as a phone sex operator. I'm just saying. My favorite moment for Kashmir, Rob's taco story. The only reason I remember that is because I haven't eaten Taco Bell since. I forgot that was on the show because I remember the taco story from off air.
Yeah, I forgot we talked about that too.
Every favorite moment for Justin. Every Monday we get to say, Bryan, check the tape.
Oh yeah.
Kevin's here 8 shows, 2 T-shirts. That's from Teddy.
That was a pretty good one.
Wish I've been listening since the beginning, Vice said, but his first episode was the one that we almost had an altercation, an unplanned, unworked altercation between Medine and Schultz.
Oh, that
was
fun.
his first episode?
That was the first episode Vice
Really?
ever listened to, and he said he was hooked.
Wow.
Awesome.
Why? What happened?
You didn't listen to that one?
Check the tape, Kevin.
Check the tape, man.
There's a plug for our archives.
Fucking archives.
Check the tape.
Yeah.
Go back.
The archives.
Yeah, the archives. It's like, I don't know, 3 minutes
Did
ago.
Hitman get lost in there for real?
I don't know
I
what's
haven't seen
happening.
that motherfucker in a while.
I hope maybe he'll be here Sunday. He's actually our closest like big board panel member.
Yeah. What about Kiara's favorite moment? You want to ask her?
Kiara, you didn't answer last night because you weren't really on mic.
What's up?
What's your favorite moment of the 300?
Ooh.
Here, I'll give you this. You got 20 seconds.
My favorite moment. I've got a couple of epic moments that I created myself. Probably one would have to be, can we talk about this?
That was a great one.
Yeah.
My favorite, one of my favorite Kiara moments. It's still got to be the tulips.
Oh, that was for what was that?
One of our
1
anniversary
year?
drunk shows.
6 months? Yeah.
The tulips. Stike says, my favorite moment is how kind y'all are to me and Carmen. Hell yeah, you're our Iron Man board member as far as I'm concerned. You even had your wife fill in when you were unable.
When she was pregnant, man.
Yeah. Election night was the best episode. Watching Rob's face when Trump won, that was priceless. That's from Juan.
I like that. Man.
I do remember that.
I remember that night.
Yeah, I think maybe that was one of probably where we first really got the Angry Elf born.
Yeah.
That might have even been the birth of the Angry Elf.
That's what happened.
You know, you go back and look. My favorite moment when I found out about Marked Out 1, that's from Teddy. Good, Teddy. We're happy. Anyway, do you have one yet, Medine? Because I want to close the show.
I think I finally came up with one.
You finally did.
I
Remember,
can't say
don't pick two.
I can't say that it's my favorite moment, but it's the one that sticks out the most. And it was when Roman Reigns came out number 30.
Oh.
And you had to get the tattoo. And the look on your face.
Everything.
When that happened, it's priceless. You can't.
I've blocked that out.
Right, and you can't. And you can never go back and see it for yourself. But I remember looking at it and that.
Oh, we can watch it. Rob videoed a lot of it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I know, but you had to be there.
For those who don't know the premise, every year for the Royal Rumble, we do a tattoo challenge where you have
Wasn't
to
that
get.
the first year?
Yes, that was the first year. We've only done it twice.
Okay.
But we have to buy Queen. We have to get a
Bye.
tattoo
Bye.
of the winning wrestler if we drew their number. I drew number 30. Roman wasn't scheduled to be in the fucking Rumble. There was rumor that Taker was, and at the time I was like, well, Taker's got to be number 30. If I get a Taker tattoo, I don't care. Brian's over next to me, butthole clenched because Goldberg was 28. But nobody was more butthole clenched than my ass because Roman was the final two with Randy Orton. And for those that don't know me very well, Royal Rumble is one of my favorite fucking pay-per-views, if not my favorite. Money in the Bank's the only one that comes close to me. And he ruined it. He just ruined it. And it hurts so bad.
Dude, I just got to say, I amend every favorite part of this fucking thing that we've ever done. That, by far, was the greatest moment. Because that was a marked out moment, a marked out podcast moment that transcended state lines. Because there were other members of our team in other states telling us that when Roman came out at 30, that entire house in Tennessee was fucking clinched up and laughing their asses off, knowing that Adam was in this in here watching that, just fucking pacing and cussing and just fucking pissed. I mean, he would not speak. Hey, Adam, dude, it's Roman. Man, shut the fuck up. I mean, it was real. Break kayfabe.
Well, because I wasn't going to welch on the bet, and I didn't want a Roman tattoo, bottom line.
He was so fucking pissed,
I'd rather have a gender tattoo.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable.
To piggyback off of that, the guy who eliminated Roman, Randy Orton, ends up winning the Royal Rumble.
Yes, thank
and
God.
And saving your ass.
Thank God.
So for me, that's my favorite moment.
Juan says episode 100, The Drunk Show. Another good moment when Adam went mad on Naomi saying she wants to stop doing the ass bumps like her father-in-law. Kashmir brings up a good one I forgot about. Rob and Bob, the Big Boss Man Hall of Fame discussion.
Oh, man.
Oh, that one was good.
Oh, That was a priceless.
That one transcended episodes.
I enjoyed puppeting that one a lot.
Yeah, I don't know about you puppeteering.
Do you not remember my rebuttal to get involved in that? I did the resume trivia.
It's about you right now. I get it. Yeah, no, that
there's a reason I'm hosting 300.
That topic fucking lasted months. I think actually people came on the board and they were like, "Can you guys stop fucking talking about it?" Yeah.
Oh, last final thought for Bang Bus. I don't know if we talked about it because we didn't, but the Bludgeon Brothers in the club has been moved to the kickoff show. So that means no Almas and Sin Cara because he couldn't clear tonight.
Is that unexpected? I figured that would be on the pre-show anyway.
Juan says, me calling Becky Lynch the Red Rooster.
Okay.
Imagine Kevin getting a tattoo, Adam. I think Kevin would have to ask his parents first or some shit like that.
We the Pizza.
I have a tattoo.
We the Pizza was classic.
Yeah.
Final thoughts. Good night, fellas. Vice, we're going to see you Sunday. I got your picks down. We'll see how you do against the hosts. If you win, we'll buy you a shot. If you don't, you buy us a shot. Rob is out. I wanted to we got something big planned, and that's just the way it is for Sunday. It's a big event. I wanted to save this announcement for then, but I don't want to take away from it. But everybody in the studio already knows this, but I am going to be a father for a second time, and I'm very excited about that. And I just wanted to share that with the audience here. I'll definitely get snipped after this. Two is my limit, and let's hope that the second one is as wonderful as the first, so I don't end up with a demon like Rob did. Juan says, "Can we call in?" Yeah, why not? If you want to call in right now, or are you talking about on Sunday? We can't do it Sunday, unfortunately. We don't have a phone line set up there. We might try to get that set up for the future, but we're kind of broke, and that costs money. Thanks, Teddy. Thanks, Bang Bus. I'm very excited, guys. Tune in Sunday. It's going to be lit. We're going to have a lot of fun. There is a call. I know who it is, but let's give him one more chance. Who is this on the U-Record family? Yeah. Thank you, JD, for joining in on number 300. Tune in next time. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.